to everyone. Today my topic is on maxillary sinus. Start with introduction. The paranasal sinus are air containing bony space around the nasal cavity. These space communicate with the nasal airway and form the various boundary of nasal cavity and named for the bones in the which they locate. There are four type of paranasal sinus and maxillary bone. The names are maxillary ear sinus, frontal ear sinus, ethmoid ear sinus, and sphenoid ear sinus. The definition: the maxillary sinus is the pneumatic space that is lodged inside the body of the maxilla and communicate with environment by way of middle nasal meatus and nasal vestibule. The development: the maxillary sinus is the first of the paranasal sinus to develop in the fourth week of intrauterine life. The dorsal portion of first pharyngeal arch from the maxillary process, which extends forward and beneath the developing eye to give rise to the maxilla. Maxillary sinus appear as a shallow groove on the medial surface of the bone, reaches its full size until after the second dentition. At birth, the semen 7 mm in the dorso-ventral direction. At 20 months, it's located about 20 mm in size. The shape of the maxillary sinus changes during the various stages of life. At the time of birth, it is the shape of maxillary sinus tubular shape. At the time of childhood, the shape of the maxillary sinus ovoid shape and pyramid in adulthood size. The anatomy of maxillary sinus: the maxillary sinus, previously called as a maxillary entomohymorous, the largest of the paranasal sinus, pyramidal shaped cavity within the body of the maxilla. The pyramidal in shape with the base of the pyramid forming the lateral nasal bowl and apex of the root of the zygoma. Roof of the antrum formed by the floor of the orbit and is transversed by the infraorbital nerves. It is flat and slope slightly anterior and laterally. Floor of the sinus: the floor of the sinus is curved shape rather than flat, formed by the alveolar process of the maxilla, and it is lie about 1 cm below the level of the floor of the nose. The anterior wall of the maxillary sinus formed by the facial surface of the maxilla and canine fossa is an important structure of this wall. Posterior wall of the maxilla sinus is formed by the sphenomaxillary wall. A thin plate of the bone separates the antral cavity from the infratemporal fossa. The medial wall of the maxillary sinus formed by the nasal cavity. The opening of the sinus is closer to the roof of the roof and thus higher level of the floor. The lateral wall of the maxillary sinus formed by the zygoma and cheek. The ostium is a opening of the maxillary sinus which is open into the nasal cavity at the level of the medial wall and middle meatus of the nose in the lower part of the hiatus seminoris, poorly placed from the point of view of the free drainage. An accessory ostium is also present behind the main ostium in the 30% of cases. The arterial supply of the maxillary sinus given by the branches of the maxillary artery, the branch of the posterior alveolar artery and infraorbital artery and greater palatine artery. The venous drainage of the maxillary sinus is anteriorly drained by the facial vein and posteriorly drained by the pterygoid venous plexus. The functions of maxillary sinus are impart resonance to the voice, increase the surface area and lighten the skin, moisten and warms the inspired air, filters the debris from the inspired air, mucus production and storage, and limit extent of the facial injury from the trauma, provide thermal insulation to important tissue, and serve as accessory olfactory organs. The pathological condition of maxillary sinus include inflammatory, traumatic, calcification, cyst, tumor. Inflammatory condition include maxillary sinusitis. Traumatic included fracture root sinus, contusion, blowout fracture, zygomatic complex fracture. Calcification include anthrolis and cyst. Cyst of the maxillary sinus are radicular cyst, dentulous cyst, mucous retention cyst, antral cyst, and polycysts. And tumor in the tumor include the squamous cell carcinoma. The maxillary sinus: it is the inflammation of the maxillary sinus of the mucosa. It is the type depending on the duration. It may be acute, subacute, and chronic. The acute sinusitis: the causes of the acute sinusitis may be caused dental causes or non-dental causes. The symptom of acute maxillary sinusitis: severe pain, constant, localized, and increased by the stooping or lowering the head, or the area of the symptom of area of the eyeball, cheek, frontal region. Pain increased by the whiting on affected side but unaffected by the drinking hot and cold sweet fluids. The generalized toxemia, fever with chills, also symptom of the acute maxillary sinusitis. The sign of the maxillary sinusitis: nasal discharge, nasal mucosa. In case of odontogenic sinusitis, discharge, foul odor, tenderness on the pressure, swelling over the sinus. The diagnosis of maxillary sinus done by water view radiograph, transmission test, CT scan, culture, nasal secretion, maybe for the culture sensitivity test to see the organism involved. This is the water view of maxillary sinus. This line was called by the black line is here, and the contrast of the maxillary sinus is the contrast of maxillary sinus is ossification of the fluid. The treatment of the maxillary sinus include the keystone of the therapy of the provision drainage of the remove the pus and reactivate the sinus mucosa and removal of the cause. The drainage is achieved through the antibiotics, nasal decongestion, and if the causes of drainage is achieved by the root canal therapy, drain the periapical abscess, extraction. Antibiotic include doxycycline, hydrochloride, erythromycin, amoxicillin, decongestant and shrink the swollen mucosa, help to minimize the and eliminate the mucosa drainage. The ephedrine nasal drop, xylometazoline, stimulation also important in the treatment of the acute maxillary sinusitis. The enteral lavage and complication of serious complication of the acute maxillary sinusitis is spreading infection from acute maxillary sinusitis and are now rare, but most common complication of spread of infection of to the orbit. The subacute maxillary sinusitis is the intermediate stage between the acute and chronic sinusitis. There is pain only in the form of the local discomfort. Patient is persistent to discharge. The voice is nasal, throat is sore, and with constant irritating the cough, and patient cannot sleep well. The disease may take a long course over a week or month. The chronic sinusitis, the term chronic sinusitis is poorly defined, but is best considered as a persistent, incompletely resolved acute sinusitis. The pathophysiology of the chronic sinusitis is mucous membrane of the sinus due to chronic inflammation may undergo changes like hyperplasia, atrophy, multiple polyps formation, and degeneration of the epithelium, where the cilia are lost and the ostium so edematous changes, causing complete blockage. The causes of chronic maxillary sinusitis, the persistence of external aggravating factor like nasal polyp, septal deviation, oroental fistula. The clinical feature of chronic maxillary sinusitis include tiredness, low-grade fever, feeling weak, unwell, stubby sensation over the affected side of the face, nasal obstruction, nasal discharge, and headache are related symptoms. Investigation included water speed radiograph may be important. The cultures of the discharge from the sinus and transmission test may be helpful. The treatment of the maxillary sinusitis on sound treatment must depend on identification of causes of the chronic sinusitis. It may be due to dental origin, nasal polyps with presence of orodental fistula, enterostomy, and transnasal endoscopic surgery is also important in the treatment of the chronic maxillary sinusitis. The periapical infection from the tooth, the spread of the pulpal disease beyond the confine of the dental supporting tissue into the maxillary sinus was termed enterodental syndrome by Sheldon in 1974. The anatomic proximity of the root of the maxillary molar teeth to the floor of the sinus due to potential infection of the sinus by the direct instruction of the apical abscess. The traumatic penetration also is a cause of the chronic maxillary sinusitis. The orodental fistula is a clinical aspect of the maxillary sinusitis. The definition of orodental fistula is orodontal communication, abnormal connection between the oral and dental cavity. When orodontal communication is left open, epithelial tissue may develop in its tract, also called orodontal fistula. The etiology of the orodontal fistula is extraction of the teeth, destruction of the portion of floor of the sinus or periapical lesion, injurious use of instrument, forcing a tooth or root during the attempt of removal, extensive trauma to face, surgery of the maxillary sinus, a malignant disease, chronic infection, implant, denture. The symptoms of fresh orodental communication include escape of fluid, epistaxis, escape of air, excruciating pain. Symptoms of stabilized orodental fistula include pain, persistent, purulent unilateral nasal discharge, post-nasal drip, popping out of the enteral polyps. Also, a diagnosis of orodental fistula done by all extracted upper teeth are examined to ensure they are intact. A large fistula is easily seen on inspection. Nose blowing test, cotton wisp test also important in the diagnosis of the orodental fistula. Mouth mirror fogging test also important and also helpful. Sometimes the orodental fistula can be blocked by the enteral polyps. Treatment of the oriental fistula include immediate surgical repair to achieve primary closure, antibiotic prophylaxis to prevent the sinus infection. Supporting measures include antibiotics like penicillin, its derivative started with IV route, later switched over to oral route. Penicillin V 250 to 500 mg every 6 hours a week. Nasal decongestion also may be helpful, and analgesic for pain relief, ibuprofen 400 mg thrice daily. The treatment of delay cases are include when a period of 24 hours has elapsed of the soft tissue margin of the fistula get infected, and it is preferable to defer the surgical closure of the fistula. Surgical management include buccal flap advancement procedure, palatal flap, combination flap, tongue flap, and buccal fat flap, and polyglycolic acid mesh and Vicryl mesh also may be helpful. The clinical importance of the dental infection from the maxillary, premolar, and molar can be easily communicated with the infect the maxillary antrum. Oriental communication, traumatic extraction of the maxillary teeth can cause oriental communication. Root pieces, maxillary sinusitis because of the thickened and inflamed sinus lining compresses the nerve supply of the maxillary posterior teeth, causing tenderness of the maxillary teeth. The infraorbital and superior alveolar vessels are frequently ruptured in the maxillary fracture, causing a hematoma formation in the antrum. Due to close proximity of the maxillary sinus to the orbit alveolar ridge, disease involving the structure may produce a causing confusing system. Hence, precise information about the surgical anatomy is essential to surgeons. The close anatomical relationship of the maxillary sinus and root of the maxillary molars and premolar in some instances canine can also lead to several endodontic complications. Clinicians must be particularly cautious to when performing dental procedure involving the maxillary posterior teeth. Thank you.